Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be making homemade English muffins. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to put a little disclaimer in here. I didn't realize my battery died when I first started filming, so I made wheat English muffins and white English muffins, and the wheat ones I don't have any footage from, like actually mixing the dough, which was when I went into everything and explained what I was doing. So I'm just gonna kind of explain that now. Okay, this is my crusty recipe card, and I don't remember where I got this recipe from, but if I find it, I will link it down below. I'll also type out this recipe down in the description, so if anybody wanted to try them, you don't have to try and pause the video to write down all the ingredients. So in this recipe, you will need 100 grams of sourdough discard or active sourdough, which I actually didn't use this. You can add sourdough discard to literally any recipe. Okay, so if you want to add sourdough discard to any recipe, you just take out however much sourdough discard you want from the flour and water. So say you're using 100 grams of sourdough discard, then you take out 50 grams of water and 50 grams of flour. So that makes up for the 100 grams that you're adding in. So I didn't do that, so I just added 50 grams back into the flour and water. So if you're using sourdough discard, you would do 100 grams of sourdough discard, and you would add this right after you let your yeast get bubbly. Then you would add your sourdough discard and mix it in there. And I was thinking, when I look back on how the English muffins turned out, they turned out really thick, it was almost like a roll, which is not the texture of English muffins. So I'm wondering if I added too much flour and I was supposed to let them stay doughy and then stick them in the cornmeal before I cook them. But I don't remember them being doughy the last time I made them, so I'll just have to I'll just remake them and try out with cornmeal instead of adding more flour to the dough, because they were really dense English muffins, more just like a dinner roll, which they still tasted fine. Other things you might want is a scale. I use a stand mixer for this, but you could mix it by hand. And then a skillet. I use a big cast iron skillet to cook mine on. Well, I actually don't know if it's cast iron. I just use a skillet to cook mine. But some of the recipes say you can just cook them on the stove, but I think it's much easier to use a skillet. So without further ado, let's get into the video. To this bowl, we are going to be adding 120 grams of water, 2 1/4 teaspoons yeast, and 2 tablespoons of honey. We're going to let this get bubbly, and while this is poofing up, I'm going to start my butter and milk in the microwave. And for that we need 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm just roughly cutting them up so they melt a little easier. And 180 grams of milk. Okay, now our yeast is nice and bubbly, so we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. 1 egg, butter, salt, and flour. We're going to be doing 320 grams of flour. Okay, the recipe says that I did the right amount of flour. It's just so soft still. this one, still a little sticky. Okay, this looks much better. Now we're just going to let this raise in the oven until it's doubled in size. We're back. Now we're gonna roll out our muffins and get them shaped and then bake them. Well, cook them. So we're gonna start with some flour. This is our regular English muffin dough. This is our wheat English muffin dough. And this one got lots of time to rise. So we're just gonna plop these out. I'm gonna hurry and plug in my skillet. Okay, I'm gonna start with my wheat dough, and we're just going to roll this out. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna cut out and shape our English muffins. And I just like to use a wide mason jar lid. Now we are going to roll out this big puffy dough. I'm going to try this with a little bit of cinnamon butter. Delicious. Some more. Okay, we have both our regular English muffins and our wheat English muffins done, and now we're just going to make some sausage and eggs to make breakfast sandwiches for dinner. Do you have anything to say?
I'm excited.
We'll see you when they're done. These are the delicious English muffins. Okay, here is the final product. We got our sausage patties, egg, and then some avocado. And then and then Porter just has, I don't know if I've ever actually introduced. This is my husband, Porter. I've never introduced him before.
Hi.
So we're gonna give these a little taste. What would you rate the English muffins?
A 9.5 out of 10.
A 9.5? Would you change anything?
Nope.
No? I would roll them out thinner because they took a long time to cook, I've never had that issue before. So I'd roll them out thinner. But other than that, they worked out amazing and they tasted delicious.
Delicious.
Thank you guys so much for watching my video today. I hope you give this recipe a try. And if you do, let me know how it works for you. And
like, comment, subscribe.
What he said.
Or I'll find you.
No threats. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any recommendations of YouTube videos or books or recipes or anything under the sun that you want me to try, please let me know and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.